88.9.
Welcome, 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 and good morning to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Azim and Jade. Azim is running a few minutes behind, but I am here to greet you guys with some cheer on this beautiful Thursday in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Yes, we have a very packed show today. Hope you guys will enjoy it. We have lots of things to talk about, some of them very spicy. Yes, some of them very, very spicy. Yes, Azim, that's how I sound all the time. Oh dear, hurry up, reach to the studio, buddy. We got things to talk about. But yes, it is Thursday and we are here. So usually on Thursdays for our faves, our usual faves, Thursdays mean grind your gears. And funny enough, I didn't have a gear until I was literally a minute away from the studio. I was a step away from not having a gear for you guys this morning because I was having not the best day, but it was nothing for me to complain about. But as soon as I crossed the road to get to the studio, boy, somebody pissed me off. And it reminded me how much I think some adults can be bullies, especially to kids, because, kids aren't people to try to defend themselves against adults. But yeah, some adults are trash, like complete, utter solid waste garbage. So this morning, as I said, I was walking to the studio and I was crossing the road between the courthouse and the empty parking lot where I don't remember what building is upstairs, but some government building is upstairs. And so there was a lady with 3 little kids walking, and as the traffic stopped, they were all running across the road. All the kids were running across the road as kids do. And this lady decides to single out one of the kids. She's the little girl is of heavier stature. You could tell that she's a little overweight for her age. But nevertheless, she's still a child. And this lady going decide to say, what she went in say? She went like a big stone. I'm like, ma'am. And what made it worse, not only that an adult grown, was supposed to be grown.
To the ocean. Do not head for the coast until local authorities tell you that the danger of a tsunami has passed. Curiosity can kill.
This message is sponsored by the Australian Government, AusAid, and produced by NEMA in collaboration with Win FM.
Caribbean tourism is dead in the water and wholly dependent on what's next in the United States, Europe, and Canada.
Global cases have now passed 13 million just 5 days after we hit the 12 million mark.
In Jamaica, residents of the parish of Hanover are in shock over the brutal slaying of 6 family members on Thursday night.
Chauvin had his knee on Mr. Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds in total. It's too much. It's too...
The news does not always have to be about this. There's a lot of good news, good stories, good people, good ideas to talk about. So listen up on Thursdays to Only Good News with your host, Enoite Inanga, from 7 to 8 p.m. It's going to be only good news for 1 hour, where we will share good news from stories and people, locally, regionally, and all over the world. And there's more. You will get to hear from people telling their stories of success, breakthroughs, and perseverance as we feature a special guest each week. It's Only Good News, and it's happening this Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. right after the, regular news. Only Good News on WinFM 98.9 and winfm.com.
Welcome back, guys. We are hopefully live.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Come on, the woman shut off the station, boy.
The woman shut off the station, Jade. Went, cut the line. Yeah, I know, I was listening.
That ain't gonna stop me from cussing at her,
Well,
because I wasn't finished.
Let me say hi to the people. I wasn't here when Jade started. Good morning, guys. Sorry I was late, but Jade held down the fort until the fort fell on her.
Bye.
But luckily there were people here to help her lift it.
Yeah, some Rasta men came to my aid. That's why they will always be my favorite people. I'm telling you. But Jade, I must say, I was listening to you start the show and you started your story. Mm-hmm. And you were heading down a road that I'm very happy I'm off the road now and not driving anymore, because I think I was driving angry. People probably thought that this guy has road rage. No, I was just listening to Jade. But you were telling me about a lady who took it upon herself to shame a child.
To shame a child in the middle of the road, just to try not to get knocked down. The child was trying not to get knocked down.
She literally was doing what all the other children were doing, which was running across the road because, cars.
And she singled out
this child because she was overweight. This child is no more than probably 8.
What? No, come on.
7, 8.
Come on.
And what made it worse is that the other 2 children then joined in teasing her.
Of course, because that's what children do. Not recognizing, the consequences of their actions.
As them all got the hardest troops I could have mustered in the moment.
Oh.
Sorry if the radio station is still off, it's because there's no electricity. I don't know what's happening. There's an island where the blackout it comes right because somebody just messaged me from Buckley's telling me they're gonna come with neither.
Yeah, I think what's happening is that there's no signal at the transmitter. And that's why it's gonna
So
be
just join us on live. Just join us on live. We're here.
I think Sin, because one of them was listening on the radio and decided to come check. Welcome.
Yes, it's nice over here. But yeah, as a man, I literally look back to Grimace, the woman, but she was too far away to catch me eye. As a man, I was pissed, you know. I was pissed. Because why would you say that to a child? The child is probably overweight because of you. One.
That'll be the issue that I have when we start talking about these children that obviously could do with a bit of a lifestyle change, right?
The child
is the parents that be feeding these children?
Exactly. You
but we don't know if it was
like a minivan. Anyway, and I had
what's the name was Ivania?
That would be fitting.
Appropriate?
Yeah, that would be fitting. Cause where's a brand of minivan?
Oh.
Whoever minivans come to your mind, that's how she be like. And then I had to literally shame this child for literally just being a child. It is not the child's fault that she's overweight. The call is coming from inside the house. Okay? Look at yourself. Figure out how I or whoever it is around me. And what would make it worse if it's not this child's mother?
Bye.
Whoever around this child, look at that person and figure out why that person has caused this child to gain weight in the way that they have. Instead of shaming this child for literally running across the road, let me don't say that. I'm pissed. I have some choice words for this lady, but I'm going to keep them to myself. I'm not going to. No, I can't. I'm going to bully you back. Because why are you out here bullying kids? Why are you out here? But do you feel happy about what you said to that child? It cannot be.
Thought it was funny.
To who?
Yes. She was obviously wrong.
You're lucky I had to come to the show, you know, miss. And I hope you're listening. Because the next time I see you, and you say anything to that child out of order, I'm going to cuss you out. Okay? Live. And I hope people there. So you're going to feel as bad as that child may have felt in that moment. You imbecile.
A lot of... Yeah, sometimes people just does really not think about how what they say can affect people.
And a child, this is literally a child.
I mean, the fact that you single out the child.
You single out this child because she overweight and gonna call her a big stone and you look like a rock. You look like one to rock them over all road. And you're calling this child a big stone.
I have been on the record talking to children, like saying that I have spoken to children about their weight. Right? But it's one thing to show concern, it's another thing to insult. You know what I'm saying?
The old Jade was rearing its ugly head as him. The old Jade was rearing its ugly head.
But they don't.
She ain't even know.
They didn't even know that you've been in here. Zen Bailey been rubbing off on you. You've been so calm, cool, collected.
I had no gears as him.
No gears.
As soon as I'm about to reach the studio, this minivan pissed me off.
See how the devil does work? There?
The devil. It got to be the devil. Anyway, somebody from Skellig said there's an island-wide outage.
Okay.
So, that, yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Well, I'm glad that at least our faves online are able to. This is why y'all need to hit up the other people around and tell them to check out Island Tea online.
Oh no, the busman them works by.
The busman them, but also them got Bluetooth. Them and link up the phone today.
Yeah, no, you're right. You might be right.
Yeah, then link up the thing today. Yeah. But sometimes it be real harsh on children, but I don't understand.
Unnecessarily, because the child was literally not doing anything but crossing the road. She was literally crossing the road, talking about what she went in. So, how else you expect her to run?
I'm pretty sure she was running like a child.
I was so confused.
I'm pretty sure she was just running like how any other little child
all the children was running the same. She went single out this child. You cretin. You lucky I can't see what I was on the way there though. Because I locked down the show.
Yeah. At least it's only the online viewers going here.
That's true. Do not talk to children like that. Y'all ain't gonna no self-respect. Y'all ain't gonna brought up, see?
I think I had a gear, you know. Hey, Olga, thank you so much for the shares. I think I had a gear, but that gear just come knock out mine, but I can't even remember what mine was. Seriously, I can't even remember. Boy, they kept calling. Hey.
Say the call coming from right inside the house, you know, as him.
Yep. The pot calling the kettle black.
Like, ma'am, have you seen you? Do you see you? You're not the skinniest thing. So why are you talking to this child like that? Why are you even teasing this child?
You know, a lot of times, right?
You adults bully. You know what I'm told? She used to get bullied in school and she couldn't fight back, so she figured the best thing to do is bully children.
Well, I think a lot of times because of how people view children, they treat children a certain way. And it's unfortunate. Because sometimes we view children as not having thoughts of their own, opinions, feelings, because they're just these little people who are supposed to just do as we say and really do nothing else. People aren't sensitive to children and and how their actions affect children. I realize that a lot. Like, people don't. I mean, sometimes people would have like different. How could I put it? People would have these situations where they're being selfish and doing what they want to do and things. We ain't talking about that.
Nope.
I'm talking about the fact that sometimes people just don't understand that children are actual people too and are deserving of all the respect, consideration, sensitivity and empathy that you would hope that these people give to adults.
And there's literally nothing wrong with that. Like, yes, children can be frustrating because they're little terrorists. However, that don't mean you treat them like
terrorists.
Yeah.
Because the truth is that children are at a place where they're developing into the adults that we would hope they are, positively contributing members of society. But, no.
We shame them.
It's kind of like, I tell you already, in school, I keep saying how we just shame children for not knowing here. And part of it is like, they come here because they don't know.
Exactly. What do you think? What comes over? If I didn't know I was going to stay home.
Yeah, we're trying to, that's the whole point of teaching.
I don't know what y'all thought it was, but yeah, that's what teaching means.
Yeah, and don't believe that sometimes one method gets through to everybody. Don't think so highly of yourself to believe that, hey, because I said it in the class in this particular way at this particular time, that everybody got it exactly in the way that I would have liked them to. I think that is very very narcissistic.
Yeah, but we're narcissistic humans anyway. Like, most humans are really narcissistic. But and the thing is, right? No, there's no way I could understand her saying that to this child. It's not like the child was doing anything but running across the road. Like, it wasn't a situation where she said, "Oh, stop it, you're being disgusting." Like, children disgusting bad. Like, they're just something in them, that plug in them, they just be wired too disgusting. It wasn't nothing like that. The child was just running across the road and this woman decided to be mean to this child for no reason. A child, and I'm pretty sure this child assumes that this lady loves them, and because she clearly taking them to school. So this must be somebody that this child sees as somebody who is,
a trustworthy adult, somebody in their life. Whatever. Yeah.
And look at you making this child. You could imagine what she does be saying to the child when they're home or when.
But that's what I was about to get to, Jade. I think what happens is that may have been considered a term of endearment based on how the regular communication may have been. And I have been around people who their regular mode of operandi is this very, what's the word I'm looking for? you just have some people, like, it's almost difficult for them to say nice things.
Call them what they
No,
are.
no, no. I'm talking about like the miserable people, yes. and we usually call them miserable.
Mm-hmm.
But you got some people. It ain't necessarily that they're being mean or whatever, but they're just incapable of just saying something like, "Yeah, thanks."
That's all like miserable.
You know the people who they want to tell you you look good, but they just say, "You look good today, though."
I tell you, that's miserableness. That's all that is miserable.
In their mind, they're not trying to be mean. They're not trying to be anything, but they are so unaccustomed to positive communication that they have trouble communicating any other way. I see this all the time.
Yep.
So I have had to call out friends of mine about it. I'll be like, look, I understand. No, and I was maybe nothing by it.
Yeah, me not by it. But
I said, you know how you can be when you're like when you're 60 and 70.
Oh my! I can't even. Ooh.
Them be the people who just drive their families crazy. Yeah?
That's what I send them up. The homes. That's why I just get packed up in the homes. Them.
People are just incapable of saying thanks. People are just incapable of saying, good job.
Complimenting people like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so miserable. Yeah, I can't even say, "Oh, you look."
There's some people who are wired like that, like they're wired, and I think part of it is when you look back at how they were, how their parents or their families interacted with them.
I don't think that's a good excuse.
No, it's not a good excuse. What I'm saying is, I think a lot of times these people don't even recognize that they're programmed this way,
Oh.
Because a lot of us don't take the time to self-examine. Which is why it's not a good excuse to be like, yo, I'm a full-grown adult and not take responsibility for your actions. But in order for you to understand the areas but in order for you to understand the ways in which you need to grow, you need to do some self-reflection.
Yeah, sit down and figure out, why am I so miserable and such a nuisance to be around? Like, why people seem to not want to be around me? Why I always feel something? Because you can feel it in your soul, eh? And like you just projecting.
I just wonder about that, because
you can feel it. You can feel when you're miserable as him.
A lot of these people, to me, they at least outwardly, they have their crews, they have the people who they be around, and they generally write off a lot of that bad behavior as funny. And I recognize too that a lot of those people, they themselves are traumatized.
Yeah.
And so the way when I listen to friends all the time, a lot of friends, right? Real friends, like I'm not talking about like friends in some abstract sense. I'm talking about people who have been close to each other for years, have been there for each other, stuff like that. A lot of these people, they communicate negatively to them. I see it all the time, Jade. I see it all the time. I don't know. To me, I almost feel like a lot of women do it as well, where this like, I can't like the way we talk to each other is like this negative, like, girl is a big.
No, I don't. I can't talk to my friend. I can't even let my friends talk to themselves like that.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. And you know what I do to not talk to myself like in negative ways? I will literally stop and be like, you wouldn't say this to one of your friends, so why you saying it to yourself?
What about the people who would say to their friends?
Many of them. I don't know those people. Like, I have friends that I argue back and forth with, like, in a joking manner, but it's not in that way. Like, you see how me and Mali would interact?
Right.
But not, like, I literally, some of y'all just miserable. I need to figure out how to be less miserable. Try weed. I always tell you, if you feel like you're just this miserable person, try some good old marijuana and see if that will lift your spirits. Because something in you, don't try alcohol, it's going to make it worse. Try an upper, because something in you needs lifting. You need to sit down and meditate and figure out, why am I so miserable all the time? I have those moments when I feel miserable and I would be called out on it, but I wouldn't just continue to be miserable to people willfully.
Yeah. They don't know it. They think they're funny. They think
it is not.
They don't realize that what that does is the opposite. The people who everything is a joke. So what happens with those people? Generally, you know who they, you know them, and your energy can't take it all the time. So it's almost like you have to take them like medicine, like in doses.
Yeah.
You know they're not a bad person or whatever, but it's like, but I just can't do this all the time.
Yeah, let me serious for once.
Yeah, like yeah. You have to. Life is about balance, and again, it's the sensitivity. I think a lot of times because your default is this one thing, it is the one thing isn't appropriate for all situations, and so you end up in these situations where you're very inappropriate.
You know what? And the amount of times I've had inappropriate thoughts at the wrong time, and you know what happens? I just don't say them. It's not hard.
No, I think what happens is a lot of these people they can't
Not say them?
No. They don't recognize the inappropriateness.
Oh, yikes.
They don't recognize. I think a lot of we fall into these things sometimes. Sometimes we say things and it's not in a malicious way or anything. In other words, I think everybody has a certain level of social awareness. Some people social awareness nowhere. Some people are very socially aware.
They don't leave it to them when they go outside.
Yeah, some people are very socially aware, right? So they know how to maneuver. They could feel people's energy. You know, okay, maybe this is the time to make a joke. I say, hey, maybe this is the time where this person is open to playful rhetoric and banter.
Maybe this person needs some, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, just this is why my default setting is isolation. Nothing like me. I would stay home. So you would see me probably on the weekend, but like there's people that go to people's house every day. I can't do that.
I don't understand that.
I don't even leave my house when I'm supposed to.
I don't even understand why.
Some people just always outside. Me, I home. You don't even ask me what you know from the hours of probably 11 to 8 o'clock the next day at home. That's just it.
Yeah, I think. Let me ask you a question. You think you could teach that social awareness?
I don't know if you could teach it.
I would hope to a certain degree. I don't think I am at the point where I can teach it. Like I wouldn't know where to begin. But I would want to believe that there are people who could maybe through just going through different scenarios and maybe looking at maybe they're just not observant. Maybe they're not recognizing people's facial expressions and
some social cues.
Yeah, them social cues. Yeah. Like I see people sometimes. I just gotta be like, yo.
How this pussy ain't?
I got this one particular friend. He's one of them who are like everything had to be a joke, and I just be like, yo. I tell us the other day, I say, yo, you don't get tiring energy. Like you don't tire me out, man. Like everything, I'll be all the time. It's just like,
what's funny? What's funny? I get you stressed and you're laughing. What's funny?
Not even going to stress.
Like, I'm just saying for me, like if you're just laughing when what's funny?
I just mean like we'll just be hanging out with us and being around. We having some power difficulties as the entire nation seems to be having at the entire time.
We're suffering right along with you guys.
Yes.
Right along with you guys. But where was it?
I was just saying that sometimes people need to recognize that you have to be aware of your surroundings and be very take into consideration what is happening so you can operate appropriately. Sometimes because we are stuck in this. And everybody has their personality. So somebody saying it's supposed to be this all the time or that all the way. This is the right way, that is the wrong way. But sometimes we could save ourselves a lot of grief and the people around us a lot of grief if we are just, self-aware and aware of our surroundings. And then find some balance and strike some balance between the two.
That is definitely a fact. But let's jump into some tea, even though what I mean?
What do you mean? The current actually coming back?
Things get shut off again.
Oh, boy. Nobody putting gas in the generator? The generator sound like it's struggling out there. I can't take it anymore.
What is happening to them for real?
Feed me.
But Clive, go check the generator, please. Because it's all to struggle out there, man.
Oh, boy.
Let's just hope that...
You get us to the show.
Yeah. Let's just hope. But yes, as I was about to tell you, sing for me, please.
It's tea time.
Yes, well, of course, I had a nice little one sheet prepared. But this morning, while driving to work,
Something happened this morning?
I actually saw a snippet from what was it that they had yesterday?
You mean the Pascal Youth Symposium?
Yes, I was watching some of it. I didn't get to finish all of it. I may need to go back to watch it.
Our Leadership Symposium, sorry.
Yes, but there was a particular clip with the current Attorney General, Honorable Garth Wilkin, and he said something very interesting. Did you hear it? Well, you're going to hear it now, so turn up for me.
Let's go.
What measures are there for persons who use their position in government to benefit themselves? Personally, I wanted the ramifications. Well, first of all, let me explain. Decisions to prosecute for crimes under our Constitution is solely within the purview of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Governments can't decide whether to prosecute previous governments. For minor infractions, we can take persons before the Public Service Commission so that with the evidence that we have, and they could potentially be removed from the public service. Today, after yesterday and some things that I discovered, I might be publicly embarrassing some people, which might actually be worse than going to prison. I'm contemplating whether I should do that, and I'm minded more so about 70-30 to embarrass some people who might not have been corrupt, but were, I don't want to use the word I used earlier, but not very friendly towards our treasury, and I'm not going to tolerate that, and I'm going to embarrass some people. Also, we are considering appointing a special prosecutor that can engage auditors, independent auditors, to investigate some of the statutory corporations, and then that special prosecutor can then prepare reports to present to the DPP, who will then decide whether to prosecute or not. I think it's time we need to draw a line in the sand, and we need to make sure that we have a better country moving forward. I'm not afraid of anybody, and I'm saying that straight up. I'm not scared of anybody. I was trying to do a job, and I'm going to do that job. So some people should be shaking in their boots right now.
As in you have the treasury?
I don't even have access. I don't even know where the treasury is.
Not me. Beginning my life. Somebody piss off Gats. Gats or something. I was like, nope. I doing too much. Oh, y'all did too much. Y'all was out here robbing the country. I don't know what we're talking about, but we're going to find out soon. But y'all was out here robbing the country?
You think we'll find out?
I think he already knows.
No, I think he knows.
He said he can tell us.
You think he can tell us?
Yes. I well believe he can tell us. I am actually 100% sure that Garth is going to tell us who was robbing the country. Yeah, man.
You think the people who tell us can care? You think the public embarrassment can really...
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Whether or not they're going to care or not, but we're going to find out.
I mean, obviously, this is Garth's inaugural term. It's first in his position, and I believe he's very much, how should I put it? He's serious about the job that he's been hired to do.
He mean it. He mean it.
I believe that he is not the first person who has basically had those same beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot that goes into this. I think he's very aware. I think he's very aware of some of the persons, the reasons why some of this might be. Man, he's on a little bit, like, you know. But I think that's one of the reasons why he makes these utterances public,
mm-hmm.
right? because it holds it. You then can hold him accountable.
Yeah, because you could go back and say, well, remember when you said this?
Right. So I think when he says that, it's not just. I don't think he's talking to. Let me put it this way: I don't think God was talking to us. When I say us, I mean the general public. I don't think he was talking to us. I don't think he was even talking to the people who he claims he is minded to embarrass. I don't think he's talking to any of them.
So who do you think he's talking to?
I think he's talking to the people who are in positions to do something that might be not as they might not be on the 70-30, they might be on the 30-70. I don't think he's talking to us.
Who might try to be like.
Let me put it this way. Every time the government change, we hear this. We hear it all the campaign. Oh, such and such. Wait till we're gonna appoint a special prosecutor. We're gonna do it. This is the same exact rhetoric. I think, and then what happens generally is once people get into office, people call for it, and they keep saying, "Hey, we got to get on with running the country. We got to get. We can get to it. Until it just kind of fizzle out. I think what God is doing, I could be dead wrong on this. I think God is speaking to persons who may not be as enthusiastic about pursuing this to its end. So
I should have never put him in that position because he gonna do it. So I picked the wrong. If that's your thought, you picked the wrong person because he gonna do it then.
Yeah, I think he's part of the mechanism for sure. But as we know, really come down to the DPP in terms of prosecution.
And that's what he was saying. He's not even thinking about the prosecution part. It's more of the letting the public know, well, this is what was happening.
This is what was going on, yeah.
Yeah, and we could appreciate that because we always talk about the need for transparency and we need to know what's happening. We need to know what's going on in the government. Well, you're going to tell I man. Hope I wasn't in it.
You're going back to the 80s?
What happened in the 80s? Sir, I wasn't there, so what happened in the 80s?
No, I just want to know how far we're going back.
Oh, if we're going back to, I think you're just talking previous administration. I don't think you're going that far back.
That ain't sweet then.
You want to know all the corruption from the 80s come up?
If that's what we're doing. We want to go back to 83. From 83, come up.
You want them hold you, man.
Me say nothing.
But you're calling for things.
Well, I think I am one of the least boisterous voices who has been calling for things. A lot of calling been going on.
True.
A lot of calling been going on. And to me, I want to know if people ain't gonna have for some of the things that they're calling for.
Nope, they do not. Speaking of previous administrations, we're going out of the prison.
Which one?
The new one that we're supposed to get.
We ain't get it.
Oh, we still, okay. I thought they'd be stopping it, man.
Why we ain't stop it?
Because that's what they say. Stop it. The way Tim billing us an $83 million prison. Stop it.
To me, the ones who are calling for this stoppage ain't in a position to stop it.
They've never been in a position. That was never in a position to stop it. That don't mean that was a call it for it.
We need the prison. We're on prison.
Where's our prison?
Yes. We simultaneously going to be building a school. We simultaneously going to be upgrading the hospital. Like these things don't happen in isolation. Like the government has to decide, okay guys, what we going to do?
One at a time?
We're going to build a school, we're going to build a prison, or we're going to build a hospital. What we going to do, guys? I think it's how it works,
No, I don't think so.
I think there's multiple capital projects that can happen simultaneously.
Yeah. Somebody is saying, I agree with Azim, every new administration does this, just embarrass each other and then go on to do the same thing. Tusk.
Because they always look back, eh?
They're always looking back.
But they mean I don't know if they're looking present.
maybe they need to look down instead of back.
Yeah.
Like what's happening in front? Or maybe front, they need to look in front of them to see what's happening.
Because this isn't an indictment on God at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And for those of you who can message me and say you can't call him God, he's the governor. He's the one who said call him God. He's the one who said that. No, I can get the message. We can get the message.
To call me friend?
No, but
I know before he was the Attorney General, that was just stop.
But that don't even matter. He said, call him God.
Facts. He said right here live on Island. Call me God.
But no, this isn't an indictment on him. It's a call for there to be a change in the system. One, to put mechanisms in place to limit the type of corruption that is being suggested. Right? So I don't want to hear such and such do this and such do that. Okay. Cool. What has been put in place to avoid who in there now and who will go in there after from doing exactly the same thing?
I think that's very important.
That's
when we're having these types of conversations.
Yes, Jade.
Because it's one thing to talk about what done happen, but how are we going to prevent it from happening again? I think that's most important, actually. How do we prevent? We see, because we could use these things as examples of what could happen. A man could go in the treasury and do whatever. Okay, we know it's possible because this person did it before. How do we stop them from doing it again?
Yeah. I think, I mean, and that's not, and the thing with people are always going to be like, but they can just find some, guys, because we do not live in some utopian world where we don't believe that there will be problems with the solutions. Like, I had to have this conversation with somebody just recently. I said, you do realize that solutions also can have problems, right? Because nothing is perfect.
Nothing at all.
But as we continue to evolve and we see what is possible and there's things that we need to avoid, we put things in place to avoid them. Of course, and the thing is, when we start talking about whether or not we should address an issue or how we should address an issue, there is a systematic way in which we should approach that, right? I think sometimes we don't follow these proven scientific ways to address these problems, and we end up putting solutions in place that they might create more problems. So it ain't just about this happened, so do this.
We see it with COVID, so
we see it with everything, Jade.
Yeah, that's true.
We had a conversation in here about the education system response to certain issues within the system. Sometimes they recognize a problem. You try to address the problem, but what you end up doing is making it 10 times worse. That happens, right? Generally, that can be avoided depending on the system that you put in place when you're implementing these solutions, right? Because then you could anticipate, okay, here, and here, we might find bam. Is the outcome better than we had before, even though it's not perfect? No, we ended up causing some bigger issues. So perhaps we need to go back to the drawing board. Until then, this is what happens, bam. The same conversation I've been having with people with free speech, right? I'm one who is very much for free speech. But you see, when you say that now, people don't recognize that includes hate speech. It includes speech that makes people uncomfortable and speech that people really as a society we know you shouldn't be saying. But it includes that as well. So somebody would ask, well, why don't we police that out if you're saying that we shouldn't say it? Because policing that potentially creates even bigger problems, right? It doesn't let the sentiments don't go away. We just don't allow those to come to the fore for us to discuss, for us to recognize what you're thinking. And not only that, when you start trying to legislate things that people can't define, then you create bigger problems. Because who can decide what is hate?
True. That is a fact.
So, yeah, to go back to what we're talking about, when we're having these discussions about what went wrong, who did what, the conversation must then also include what are we doing to ensure that we and anybody else don't do the same thing.
Sure.
And a lot of times it just end. Sometimes you don't even get to the point where most of the time you don't even get to the point where we're talking about what such and such do and the Indian know, the Indian know. But the problem is if we put the things in place, to address what was done, then we can do it now.
And
it's still right there.
That is the issue for a lot of people right there.
It's still right there.
If I can't, when they realize they can't do it now, they're like, you know what, I've been such a big problem.
Maybe it is such a big problem.
Maybe we just
maybe
blow
that's
it out
just
of
maybe that's just
proportion.
maybe that's just part of how they convince themselves. Well, I ain't as bad as.
Yeah, that's what they like say. What I doing ain't as bad as what they did.
Yeah, because every time you talk about it, you go, well, watch my son, such.
Yeah.
I forget when.
No way, forget. We're just saying none of y'all should be able to do it. Nobody at all should be able to do it. We forget. But what you want to do it so bad? If it's so bad, why do you then want to do it?
No, if it ain't so bad, why you ain't fixing it?
Anyway, let's move on to some other news. Because, you know. Remember him?
The movie star?
Yeah, man. So,
when I see that last night, they had to rush to it. Like, it was like, wait, we getting an update?
Yes. Love a good old Chuxi update. It's my friend in my head.
It's just a story that keeps on giving.
Yeah, man. Tell you, we need to get him on to talk to us, you know. I don't know how.
Tell you to talk to Darren.
I tell him, but he study me. Maybe he didn't think I'm serious.
He ain't got to be an observer. We want to talk to him on Island Tea.
Just pass the link.
Pass the link.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure they'll be having, like, Indian coffee together and so.
He looks like the type.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, Scotland Yard is assessing allegations regarding abduction and torture of Mehul Chuxi. With Scotland Yard, boy. What Scotland Yard be? England? London? Scotland? Scotland. Dodge it. Duh. The war crimes team of don't piss me off.
So you never heard this joke before?
What? No.
About Scotland and...
No, actually.
Okay. It's all the UK. It's all the UK. It's all the UK, Jade.
I know it, you know. Come here, show it for 2 seconds.
It's all the UK. It's all the UK.
I figured it. But your reaction to what I said did not reassure me.
It's all the UK.
So, yes.
Even though it might not be like Scotland direct.
Mm-hmm. Hey, was Scotland was singing Lizzie's in a box.
Scotland it was?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
There was. I think black people was ruthless when the Queen died. I should have checked Scotland, man. They are doing a lot.
Yeah.
The little, woo. But yes, the war crimes team of London's Metropolitan Police, popularly known as Scotland Yard.
That's why I was laughing, but I thought you knew the joke.
No.
Yeah.
Is examining a complaint made by a British human rights lawyer, Michael Pollock. This accuses 4 people said to be United Kingdom residents of abducting and torturing Indian-born Antiguan diamond merchant Mehul Chuxi. So people come from this guy a lot of nationalities, by. This one story.
This is an international affair going on, Jay.
Yeah, because Kittian, Antiguan, Dominican.
I feel you had a Nigerian in there. Of course, the Indians.
Yeah, the Nigerian was in there.
Yeah, I think it was one of the accused kidnappers or something.
I think so, yeah. In a characteristically conservative manner, Scotland Yard revealed, we can confirm that the Met's War Crime Unit, part of Counter-Terrorism Command, received a referral on 7th June 2021, which relates to allegations of torture. The referral is being assessed by officers in accordance with the CPS/SO15 referral guidelines for war crimes and crimes against humanity. The force, watch ya, say it's all in there.
Think it's in there, of course.
Yeah, man. The 4 seem to be 31-year-old Hungarian Barbara Jarabik, 45-year-old Gurup Bath of St. Kitts-Nevis. First of all, hey, Bob St. Don't do that.
Hold on, Jen. I'm going to see if this guy has a LinkedIn or Facebook.
He ain't from the St. Kitts.
Let's see how he spell his name.
Gurdib. No, he might be from Nevis, you know.
What the last name is?
Bath. He might be from Nevis. But I'm not from saying it.
He might be from Nevis. A lot of people in Nevis looking like that now.
Yeah, it's true, you know.
He got kind of a torture-ish look.
I mean, you know, he look like he could do the job. Kind of cute, though.
Yeah.
he gonna
If you
kill
trouble him, I take him out.
Yeah, but no one know what he into. It's a rap. Can't be wake up in a bad country. Who else? 50-year-old British national Gurjit Singh Bagdal and 63-year-old Gurmit Singh, an Indian. Oh, so he had no Nigerian thing, huh? It was just an Hungarian acquisition or Nivision, a British national, and Indian. Vibes. Multi-mix right there.
I'm telling you.
The complaint is that on 23rd May, Chuksi, 62, was kidnapped in Antigua, bound, beaten, and blindfolded, and forcibly taken to Dominique. What happening? What we can keep jumping back to?
Because when I put this man's name in, I think it's this one. I think this is the guy. When I put this guy's name in Google suggests St. Kitts afterwards.
Somebody got to explain it to you, though.
And then now I'm like looking at something that says, apparently his nickname is Dev. He procured 1 container of ham and 1 container of turkey for St. Kitts-Nevis.
What year this was?
2021. This was just
this
December.
was fresh?
This is just December.
We're making ham. Where this ham went?
But he's a representative of St. Kitts-Nevis. What is happening? What this? What?
This might be about me pregnant a friend.
No, the plot. Okay, forget Chuxi for a second. Forget Chuxi for a second. Google is a wonderful thing here.
Bye.
It says this donation ahead of festival season nourished the lives of hundreds of citizens in the Twin Island Federation. Not only this, but along with his associates, Bath also procured a donation of Christmas toys for the children.
Yeah.
The donation of hams and turkeys was unloaded by a team of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, which is headed by Abdias Samuel.
Abdias, come talk to us, what?
With the motive to push St. Kitts-Nevis COVID-19 response, Bath managed to gather the procurement, packaging, shipping and clearing of a 40-foot container of dry foods granted by Pacius Pte. Limited, administered to National NEMA earlier this month. The chairperson of the National COVID-19 Task Force and head of NEMA, he said, on behalf of St. Kitts and Nevis government and its people, I wholeheartedly appreciate and pay my regards to Mr. Gurdy Bath. This is a direct quote. For making the donations available. What going on here?
Wait.
Organizations who got benefit from this donation are as follows: the Ministry of Health, the Cardinal Home, the Nevis Defense Force, New Horizons, Sadler's Home for the Elderly, Outreach Center, the Moravian Church, the Salvation Army, Catholic Church, St. Kitts Nevis Association of Persons with Disabilities, the Children's Home, Addie's Place, the Boys Mentorship Program, the Police Training School, the Department. Okay. Here, this is what we're looking for. Gurdip Dev Bath continued to serve his duties as a special representative of St. Kitts and Nevis. He has been managing to gather donations every year, bringing smiles to the faces of people and the children every year.
The man just kidnap people on the side.
This might just be this might be another Gurdip. I may want to put it on the man. I don't know if it's the same Gurdip. I just say it.
So you're trying to convince me?
I'm not. I'm not. I just taking myself out of hot water.
Next you're gonna end up in Dominico too. This, wow.
Good with Prince Charles. What's going on? So this is a representative of St. Kitts-Nevis. He's pictured with Prince Charles in his photo, Jade.
Wait.
He's the kidnapper, the other say.
Because they say he met...
Or somebody with a similar name.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Let me,
This is a love story to Bath, you know. The rest of the entire article is talking about how much he's helped St. Kitts and Nevis and the region as a whole. You heard about this before?
Never yet. Do some more Googles, let me see what's come up. Because this is quite interesting.
Oh, here we go. Several major media houses apologized to Gurdip Bath for defamatory articles.
Okay, well, which one?
The Kitts-Nevis-based news outlet SKN News apologized to Gurdip Bath after the media house published several defamatory articles. Let's see what they said. They published they say it's published something on the say Mehul Chuksi thing.
Okay.
They published some articles suggesting Gurdip Bath's involvement in the disappearance of Mehul Chuksi.
This plot thickening, man.
By saying he was nothing to do related to do with Chuksi. And now it's say that's what I tell you. I mean, if it's the same man, I mean, if it's the same man, because these people went and retract everything they say about him being involved in
So there's two of them?
I don't know. But here we go again with the turkeys.
Somebody said that's what you call, what did you say? That's what you call paid articles.
But
Okay,
but this one is the same thing, because from the time they say that SKN News published the apology, the rest of the article is more turkey and ham. And helping families in
Listen,
St.
what you're
Kitts.
saying is this here, man, eh? We just saying.
I tell you, may know if this is a man.
Hey, look a little, those was.
He might not to change his name.
Yeah. Listen, don't, our fault.
Jade, we can't got too good. We can't got too good baths.
Yeah, man, what is we not family, remember, get a rely on more, So you
No,
but
but all we're doing is reporting what they say.
It's true.
In the
All we're
article.
doing is reading.
What Scotland Yard say?
We're just saying, you're looking a little, you know.
We emphasize that the writing was done as part of paid journalism by one of our news reporters who forgot to double check the facts.
Which one?
That's what was said by the media house in their retractment.
Oh, so one of the journalists, tried to figure out which girl if he was. So just a happen, right?
He took them to court, and they said if they reach a settlement with him.
Oh.
Who is SKN News?
I don't know.
Or CCE News?
Better than me, because we are nobody. So basically, what happened is.
Okay, hold on. After checking the facts with Scotland Yard. After checking the facts with Scotland Yard and the Royal Police Force of Antigua and Barbuda, our researchers found that by naming Mr. Gurdip Bath, our reporters made untrue and defamatory charges against him. So how is it that this man's name come up again?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, wait. What are they trying to say? Is it the same man, or
he wasn't involved?
Because I was Scotland Yard just say, how old Gurdip be? Check this here. Tell me how old he be. How old is that man? Because here it says that he is 45.
Okay, now what they're saying, it accepted that Mr. Dev Bath was falsely and unjustly accused of being involved in the alleged kidnapping. So what they're saying is Chuksi them calling his name, but he wasn't in it.
Oh, and everybody else calling him. But why Scotland?
No, but Scotland Yard just said that they got the report. They're the one who said he was involved, So what happening is, remember, is basically Chuksi lawyers wrap up the man name again in the thing.
Okay. I got you. I
So-
follow you now.
So for some reason, Chuksi and his lawyers are alleging that he was part of the kidnapping plot. And he's saying, no. And I need to stop saying it. That's what's going on.
Well, wait. No, not Mr. Bath. The other two. Let me see what's going on here.
Let me see what on there.
Look at us on here trying to play investigators now.
Okay. So what they're saying is that we completely accept the documented findings of a team of experienced investigators who interviewed all of the subjects accused of being involved in the kidnapping and completely exonerated Mr. Gurdip Dev Bath and 3 other subjects falsely and unjustly accused of being involved in the kidnapping, added the EU reporter. So they're saying that they have done their own, this man all over, Jade.
That's probably where
this man got pictures with Modi to you.
this man be?
The Prime
And
Minister.
how come we never hear about this man before?
This man got pictures with Prince Charles, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
And what does special representative of say Kitts-Nevis mean? What does that mean? What that sentence mean?
I don't know, Jade.
Because we never hear about this man before.
Oh, he got pictures with the former Prime Minister too.
Huh? And who that there, Hammy?
Big hams.
Yeah, man. who this? Somebody tell us who this. Because, make a lie by.
Okay. This man been in a lot of... This
man been in a lot of things.
People ain't like this man. People spray painted on his car, don't trust Range Rover cheats and lies.
He own Range Rover? Because why would they do that?
They did the graffiti on his Range Rover.
Yeah, boy.
And dumped it outside the car dealership in Mayfair. Completely refused to accept the faults in the vehicle.
There's a lot. Well,
This is a lot going on.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Tell us what's going on with Scotland Yard.
Okay, so let me go back up.
It's not somebody the same name. It seems like the same guy,
Yeah,
but he's saying that he ain't had nothing to do with the
involved.
kidnapping.
Yeah.
And saying that investigations have proven that he wasn't a part of it. Now, it seems as though what is happening is that Chuxi and his law and his legal team, they are basically making the accusation and hoping that there's another investigation done by Scotland Yard. That's what it seemed like to me.
Okay.
So them man, like, they really feel this is the man who kidnapped them.
I wonder why they would feel that way.
I don't know, but they got my thing too. If somebody kidnapped you and had you blindfolded the whole time, like
How you know? How is it them?
Bye.
Um.
And this man ain't look like the kind of man that'd be on a boat.
But it was a yacht. It wasn't a yacht.
It was a yacht?
It wasn't a yacht. Yeah, it was a yacht. It wasn't a regular boat. It wasn't a fishing boat, you know?
Yeah, you're right. Yo, this story really need a movie, man.
Why?
This story.
Because I don't know how we just keep fighting things.
This story really, hey.
Wild. Anyway.
Hey, big up Dev one time.
Bye. We need we need to talk to because.
Yeah. Anybody who know Dev, tell him come on the show, come hang out with us.
Yeah, just small chats.
If we can't get Chuxi, at least we could get Dev.
Dev Kittish, he's supposed to want to talk to us. That's one we brethren them early.
That's the point I'm making.
We got some interesting brothers and sisters, because remember Hush Puppy? Man, we got some interesting figures when it comes to people holding Kitts-Nevis passports by.
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
Hush Puppy got to a marriage, right? It was a marriage kind of energy. Okay.
I'll look at where I said. I'm trying to save the Asihinium again. Wait, so it says the complaint pieces together the accused traveling on same flights and boats in an attempt to establish that they were working in harness. In April, all four took the same British Airways flight from Antigua to London. Bath and Jarabik arrived and departed between Antigua and Dominica the same month. On 25th May, Bagdal and Singh are recorded as entering Dominica on the same boat. And on the 28th May, the two with Jarabik leave the island on the same flight. Interestingly, Amy said this morning, it looks like Bagdal and Singh were in April denied immigration by Dominica. An email submitted as evidence by Pollock to Scotland Yard headed suspected human smuggling ring. Vibes. From Ron Barker, Operations Supervisor at the Joint Regional Communication Center in Barbados. In an intelligence alert to several island states in the region, wrote, please note that the undermentioned subjects were intercepted in Dominica on April 12, 2021, having arrived in the country on a yacht, Lady Anne, manned by two St. Lucian nationals. Subjects appeared to be involved in a smuggling ring. Singh and Bagnall were attempting to disembark the vessel to board a flight to the UK. They were both denied landing and subsequently left for Antigua on the said yacht. Interesting. When they reached Antigua, they went back on a flight, okay. Bath and Jarabik reportedly live in London. Bagnall and Singh are supposed to be Birmingham-based. If Scotland Yard agrees with Pollock's contention, all four can be interviewed to explain themselves. Bath may, however, enjoy diplomatic immunity.
That is the boss right there. That is the
you,
boss.
Bath is the big dog.
That is the boss right there. I think I top of Sinkis, man. In any human smuggling? Come on.
Come better than that. Try again.
They don't try tarnish the man name. They don't have to say sorry about that. You try again, the man say, watch you.
Let me tell you something. Let me
really make me pull out this immunity here.
I really want to play these big Uno cards.
Holy Jaffo.
Bro, what is happening?
Jade,
this is a lot to the Azim.
It's a lot for real. This Chuxi matter is a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
What in the world? He met Narendra Modi in September 2019 at an Indian CARICOM Caribbean Community Summit in New York and posted pictures of them in a conversation on Twitter. Mm-hmm. The Prime Minister of Antigua, Gaston Brown, he has been following him on Twitter. What was it? Anything?
No, that'll sell out, Jade. Who people follow and so that'll sell out. That'll sell out for real. But Jade, we're gonna have to wait and see. It's gonna be interesting if Scotland Yard pick up this investigation.
Bye.
Because I can bet you that's when we get the movie, Jade.
Yeah.
You got people who just literally follow what like Scotland Yard investigating and make movies about them.
Bye, that's crazy. That bye.
The plot really thickens.
How bye? Maybe we'll just for this one.
Low heat and stirring by.
I thought it was just a regular Kitts man. This man got high ranks. Like this ain't a small little puppy, this is a big dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see the man literally moving around meeting world leaders?
Delivering ham and turkey to St. Kitts? What am I going on?
That whole 2 containers, you know?
1
1 container ham, 1 container turkey.
Big boss vibes.
And ties.
I can't forget the kids.
Bye.
That story took a very wild turn just now, bye.
You didn't expect that?
No.
Thank God for Google.
Bye. Because I didn't see that one coming, Tyler. I just wanted to know how this man looked. Man, the man is a... Will he be a special representative? Somebody needs to tell me what that means. Anyway, let's go to Lebanon. Let's jump out the Caribbean because India a little too hot for me. But 5 countries implemented justice.
You never know. I think it's may end up in the story too. You never
Sure.
But what's happening in Lebanon?
Yes, Lebanon's Wonder Woman in hiding after bank heist. You want to know why?
Yeah.
So, Sally Hafiz has been lauded as a hero in Lebanon after she entered a bank with a replica gun and demanded money from her own account to help her sister.
This is one of them stories I don't even know how to feel about it.
Enemy.
Yeah, but continue. Read what she did again.
Again, she entered a bank with a replica gun and demanded money from her own account.
Not only that, she went in with
to
a
help her
replica.
sister.
Not only that, nobody was really in danger because it was a replica gun. It was a water gun. Yeah.
Well, Sally Hafiz has not been seen by her friends for a few days, not since Sally entered a bank with a replica gun in Beirut on September 14th, demanding her own money. Like, she couldn't just wait up a bank, withdraw a slip.
I'm pretty sure that was an issue, dude. I'm pretty sure they wasn't giving her the money off her own account. Banks have been known to do that.
Yep, she was demanding her own money and instantly became famous across Lebanon with her defiant image broadcasted around the world. The friend, who did not wish to be identified for security reasons, has brought a cake to Sally, who, while she was not arrested, is now in hiding. The white frosting simply says, Sally the hero. I know what kind of cake it was.
What kind of Lebanese cake?
Sally's sister, Ekram, who also held up the bank and is also in hiding, cuts the cake into slices and shares them around the room. Okay, now, bye.
People are hungry, Jade. You know what kind of appetite you woke up robbing a bank?
No, I don't. You know why? I've never robbed a bank. I don't have no kind of experience as him.
Oh, boy.
And for me, I would eat before I go. So.
No, Jade. You want to be light. You want to be nimble. You don't want to feel bloated. You want to feel bloated when you're robbing banks.
Breakfast, something healthy.
They probably did. But then, after
you don't
that.
burn off.
Yeah.
The adrenaline, yeah. I've lost 5 kilos already, me ham. So I heck of a diet, but when I'm national, let me do it here. I've lost 5 kilograms already. Sally told Al Jazeera. So Al Jazeera could find about the police.
That's usually how it is. Jade. The journalists could find who they need to find, but the police have no idea where they are. That's usually how it has happened.
One hand holding a plate with cake, the other holding her jeans away from her waist, showing how loose they have become. It's stress. I mean, yeah. I would suspect if I'm a fugitive in Lebanon, I would be stressing.
Probably high stress.
High stress equals good diet. Yeah, that's a good way to lose weight, you know?
Stress?
What?
I'll go hold that there, bye.
Bye. It does work a little too good. Sally, 28, and her sister took a branch of Lebanon's Bloom Bank by storm on September 14th, armed with what she later said was a replica gun, demanding to take $20,000 in cash out of her own account. If I just get the money, well, you can't hold people body hostage.
So let's...
What to have to hold her hostage now?
I'm hoping that they would explain why she felt the need to do that.
Sally said that she did it to pay for her sister's medical expenses and immediately became a symbol of the suffering and desperation many Lebanese are living under amid the country's deep financial crisis. So I hold up my money because I have money. Since 2019, banks have imposed severe restrictions on foreign currency withdrawals, forcing most withdrawals to be taken out in local currency and at a rate much lower than market value. Effectively, that means if people want to access their foreign currency accounts, they will lose a considerable amount of money every time they withdraw. And that's why Sally says she ain't having it.
Yeah, that's run my money, run it in US though.
Since I want me have to do this the hard way, give me things.
We could have do this here with a withdrawal slip here.
Easy, I could have just wait about 2 seconds. I could have been in and out.
Yeah, but y'all want to thief my money.
So I'm going to me stealing it because it's mine. I'm going to take it forcibly. Terrible. With authorities scrambling to react and officials urging people not to copy the heist. Tell the banks them done the stupidness then.
No, it's the government fault, man.
Whoever, tell them done the stupidness and these things ain't gonna happen. You think Sally wanted to run up in the bank with a gun? No. She just wanted she money to help her sister.
That's why she's a hero now.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense.
Not a fugitive, but a hero nonetheless.
A hero, yes. The bank then announced that they would close for 3 days this week with a plan to reportedly open on Thursday. I hope I got a plan how I get people them the money. Because they're not going to close fast.
Yeah, that's a serious issue there.
His sister got brain cancer 7 months ago. And the family began selling their belongings after the bank denied their reported request to withdraw the $20,000 for surgery. May I for the bank here?
For
May I for the bank? Salif? Understand. May not agree, but understand.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't suggest it to people,
I wouldn't.
I understand.
Yeah. That's a good reason to, hold up a bank. Your sister dying.
But like I said, nobody was actually in danger.
No, she had no real gun. She couldn't shoot nobody.
And she only asked for the money from her account.
And Shane robbed the bank. She took her money.
I mean, she still robbed the bank, but
semantics. She didn't want to do it, but I forced her hand.
Well, I guess everybody know how we feel about this. I'd like to hear from some of the people on the live, people listening, how they feel about the situation.
The agreement. In the meantime, you see this?
I have not seen it.
I need to watch it.
I've seen it.
I see people cussing about it, saying that it is unfair for people to have to constantly relive trauma from the serial killer. Listen. That may be true. However, run documentaries. Run it. I need to know how this man was able to kill and eat all these people. Because he was eating them too.
Yeah. I remember.
Jeffrey Dahmer was different, boy. And the reason that I don't mind this one is because of this perspective. It wasn't really focused on him, It was more focused on the people that was trying to tell the police, like, We never kind of killing and eating people, eh? Me never I realize. But maybe I should come see what's going on in the house. Because one, it smells like solid waste. And two, people going in and they coming back out. So...
That's generally a good indication of something you're right in there.
Man about Ayo. But I feel like I should come see what Pana doing. And the police was like, nah, it's okay.
People.
Why I say it's black people? It's cool. Yeah, the man, his majority of his victims was black people. Then they had like an Asian guy that they could have done catch him long time ago.
If he was that's why he wasn't eating white people. Jerry.
He ate one. Maybe he just wanted to see how it is. For comparison. May no. It's only one. Again, his majority of his victims was black people, eh? He had an Asian person and he had a white person. So maybe we were just trying to see, compare meats. Where else?
I guess people like that meat.
You wanted to see how... Nah, this is so terrible.
Yeah, it's a terrible conversation.
Well, like, why would you be eating people, sir? And then try to serve a plate to his neighbor. She was like, yeah, good. They ate it up from you. I am not eating anything from you, sir. At all. But yeah, I gotta watch this documentary. I think it didn't come out.
Yeah, it's out. I saw it last night.
I gotta watch it. I'm trying in there. I'm trying to see me try to look up. I'm not watch it well. I cleaning today. It's a good cleaning.
That's a good cleaning.
Yeah. I might need to eat first.
A compliment.
Yeah.
They should probably eat first.
I should. But then may want to come back up. But then may want to lose the appetite after.
Have a light meal.
May need to know meat. Today's a vegan day.
That is why you see I'm not a meat eater. Nobody got to worry about these things with me. Nobody got to worry about these things with
what,
me.
eating people?
Yeah, I don't eat meat.
Majority of the world don't eat people.
I'm just saying with me.
There's
even less
of a chance that might be you. Damn, Pana was going to somebody.
Jeffrey Dahmer, but I remember.
He's one of the scariest ones, why? Because Pana was eating people. He was going to get bars. I was looking at them like, he don't like it tastes good. And not in the way he's supposed to think it. Not in the normal sense. Because sometimes when we flirting, we'll be like, well, you look good to eat.
That's what I'll be saying? That's what... Wait. That's what y'all be saying? Wow. Fellas, be careful out there.
They're gonna... No.
Be careful out there. It's difficult in the streets, man. It's scary.
No, nobody... Hopefully. Nobody actually...
Hey.
We can't put it past them, but...
Hey. Wow.
The man was going grocery shopping in the bars.
Oh, my God.
What is wrong with him? I can't imagine being this man nearby,
And to the people who are going on about all these documentaries, stop it.
What? CEO, vegan meat bite off a guy nose? Trust no one. Wow.
That was violence. That wasn't appetite.
True.
Yeah, that was violence.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that was violence. That was
like
appetite.
Is Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was more.
I mean, Mike Tyson himself was probably a beast at the time, in a particular time in his life. So you can't really judge him like by human standards. He admittedly was a beast. And so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Axeman, I've heard about that as well.
I heard there is a book of whites that have what? The book.
The whites have.
The Caucasoid, the Caucasians? They have a book of how to cook us? Yeah, that ain't far-fetched.
I'm about to say, like,
that ain't far-fetched.
I have seen excerpts from the book, Jade.
For research purposes?
No, just like some of the I've seen it like on social media, like people be like,
you just try convince us they don't need people, but you're here reading books on how to cook people?
I didn't read the book. They were just showing, hey, this is how wicked some people's minds are.
Oh, okay.
Not mine. But.
Speaking of wicked minds.
Since that's the theme for today.
Yeah, we don't go on that part anyway, so we might as well before we jump into the interview that we have next with the chair of Carnival. So a mother was sentenced to death after poisoning children for social media donations. Yeah. When a woman brought her 4-year-old son to the hospital complaining of a stomach ache and vomiting blood, she said it was a result of seafood allergy. The delectable Negro. Wow. Wow. Whew. Yeah. But doctors
And
in
just in case you're wondering, you could buy the book on Amazon. Okay. Just, yeah.
No, it's okay.
And they have all these banned books, and I wonder why that one ain't banned, but okay.
That's one cookbook that I don't need. It's okay. Yeah, doctors in Thailand were surprised to discover that the boy was suffering from a severe stomach infection, not an allergic reaction. I mean, I never see any seafood do this, eh? But after digging deeper, they found that she had been lacing his meals with a corrosive substance for 2 years. But he was not her only victim, with doctors realizing her daughter had died in 2019 after exhibiting similar symptoms. Natawin Rakonjet, whom local reports have dubbed Bleach Mum, was sentenced to death in Thai capital Bangkok on September 15th after being found guilty of poisoning her 2 children and posting their sickly pictures on social media in order to solicit public donations until she was arrested in 2022. Doctors near Bangkok, where the 2 children were treated, determined that they had suffered from bleeding in the digestive tract, vomiting blood, and stomach inflammation due to the ingestion of a corrosive substance. Prosecutors said that Natawan had been feeding her 4-year-old daughter food laced with mildly corrosive liquid since adopting her in 2015. The girl was first admitted to hospital in December 2018, with an acute stomach ache and vomiting blood. She would be admitted to hospital 6 times in the next 7 months. Me stop there. One thing may I understand about a lot of these doctors, right? And I've seen it with different cases. Like there was this woman who was literally doing the same thing in America. They call it Munchausen. I mean, they changed the name to something there, but it's called Munchausen by proxy, where a mother or a parent poisons or willfully inflicts ailments on a child for attention. My problem is the doctors them does realize these things happening and just morning and just not do anything until it's too late. Look up Lacey Stevenson.
I know, Jane. I remember Lacey.
Yeah, man. Lacey needed to be put in the middle of a square and stoned. I feel like that would be the appropriate response to what she was doing. Let's bring back stoning for some of these people. Put them in a pack or something and just let people pelt stone after them. Because why would you do this to a child?
Jade, what going on is the world is full of wicked people. You gotta be careful, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. The problem is sometimes them who suffer the most is them who is the most vulnerable among us, and nobody looking out for them. Because look at this now. The child died.
Well, one of the children died.
Yeah, child died.
The other one, thankfully, well, not thankfully because,
No, thankfully still because we see
alive,
what could have been possible. Yeah. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. Yo, let me tell you something, right? Be careful out there. Y'all ain't know who y'all walking around next to you.
Not only that, be careful who you're leaving your kids with, family members included.
This lady adopted the child, you know.
Yeah. To poison the child for social media.
Wow.
Anyway. Let's take a break. I think it was a very dark morning.
Not only that, I'm actually looking forward to a lighter conversation.
Thank the Lord. We was down a very dark path this morning.
Oh, my.
Oh, poisonings and corruption and Lord.
Yeah, kidnapping.
Bank
robbing. Watch out there. Anyway, guys, we're going to take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea right here on Media SKN. Stick and stay, guys.
turbo. Energy, me want kickstart and a workout. Pour some in a mine and in a ear cup. We're going up and up and up. 1 cup on me charge up, turbo, me want no time for talk. Pour some in on my cup and get me energy up. Original flavor, me drinking, mixing with the juicing. We no lose turbo, me for win. Cause a turbo, me say me ever ready, never did it. The greatest, next level energy, it's legendary. Pass up, turbo, we drink and charge up. 1 cup on my gun up, me charge up with turbo energy drink.
Cool. Energize your goals with Lucozade. Get it cool. Look under the cap, find the code, win it. Thousands in prizes, iPhones and TVs. Or win 30 grand US dollars for your goals. That's goals.
For a chance to win $30,000 US dollars. Purchase any Lucozade Energy promo bottle. Look under the cap and find the code to win iPhones, TVs, and free Lucozade or $30,000 US dollars to energize your goals. See website, social media, or press for details. Lucozade, taste the energy.
Hey guys, welcome back to Island Tea, right here on the Win Media SKN. And guys, we are quite excited to be joined by this lovely woman in the studio with us today.
Yes.
We have the chairperson of the St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival Committee, Miss Shannon Hawley. Shannon, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Azem and Jade.
Let me apologize.
I've come to brighten your day.
Yes.
Yes, but
I've come to brighten your morning after that morbid, depressing session that you had prior to me. So,
when you walked into the studio,
thank you for that.
When you
where am I?
You know, when you walk into the studio, I could just feel my spirits begin to lift because I know we come to talk about.
Jade was there directing the conversation somewhere.
I don't
somewhere
even know.
else.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So this is my fault now.
It's Jade's picks.
Well, no, it's my fault.
It's Jade's picks. But you always come with uplifting conversation,
yes.
And I know that the fact that you're here, it's good news on the horizon about Carnival. I said it here. When was it? On Tuesday.
Yes.
That based on what we saw this past weekend, even with all the cancellations and everything that went down, if Newtown Fest was any indication, people ready.
Oh, no,
for December.
For real, people have been ready for 2 years now.
You're right about that.
You know, we're looking forward. I actually am the one who contacted Jade because I was so excited to share so many interesting, hot off the press news with you guys, as always with you, our Island Tea family.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited to be back as the chair of National Carnival, the St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival Committee. And
again.
thank you. And
yes, I'm happy that they picked you again because you've been doing a wonderful job and Carnival is moving forward in the right direction.
Shannon need a real carnival.
At least one.
Yeah, man, it would be unfair too, right?
At least one before my retirement.
Yes.
But I think that, this year we have a lot in store for the revelers, our carnival lovers, I should say. We have started intense planning because, of course, we're late for a number of reasons that are outside of our control.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we are here and we're ready. As we released our new executive for the National Carnival executive yesterday. So we have some new young members who are all extremely excited, re-energized, focused to ensure that we all come together to have the best carnival ever. Right? We have new executive members. We have Vera Galloway, who is the deputy chair. Vera is not new to the organization and planning scene. We have Javon Liebert, we have Cartel Ford, Jonette Boyd. She is representing the Tourism Authority because we felt that it was absolutely necessary for the Tourism Authority to come on board with us to market our National Carnival internationally to their, wide cross-section of stakeholders in the region as well as in the U.S. So we are really happy to have Jonette on board representing the Tourism Authority. And, we're just really, really looking forward to having an absolutely amazing National Carnival. We have already started planning in terms of we've met with several stakeholders to date. We've met with the Grand Parade troops because we know that the Grand Parade, it culminates National Carnival, but it is this year, it's the return of the Grand Parade, and we're coming back bigger and better. So we have 11 Grand Parade troops who have registered. 11.
Wow.
We have the regulars are back, and we have new Grand Parade troops who have registered. So we're really looking forward to an amazing 2-day street event. And of course, we have a record 14 Juve troops registered this year as well. So
1-4, Jade.
1-4. So you could see the magnitude, you could understand the magnitude of this production for National Carnival this year, because our role as the National Carnival Committee is to support the private events as well as to support all of our stakeholders in whatever way we can. It's not a competitive role that we have, but rather a supportive role. So we are going to ensure that every stakeholder is supported in some form, some way, shape, or form by the National Carnival Committee. And then, of course, in addition to these 14 Juve troops, the 11 Grand Parade troops, we have over 30 registered private events.
What?
Okay? So we have over 30 registered private events.
What?
And these range from fashion events to the traditional fetes to paint and sip events.
We have
boat rides. I'm here.
Boat rides.
Hold on.
We're seeing already the save the dates popping up from the private event promoters. So everybody is ready.
Listen.
Ready.
We have enough dates for all of these.
Trust me. We have enough people who will be supportive of the various events.
Look,
not everybody going everywhere.
There's something for everybody.
And that is what is so important about this year's National Carnival, is that we have something for everybody. And one of the members that I did not mention, one of the new members, is not a new face to National Carnival, Vincent Fo. And Vincent was a part of the Carnival Committee back in 2012 with me. And Vincent is back and is responsible for street activities. So Grand Parade, Children's Carnival, and Juve.
Vincent, big up yourself.
Yeah, big up yourself, Vincent. So we are more than ready. We have already reached out to various stakeholders. We still have to meet with the bands because, of course, it is the intention to ensure that the music is out early. We know that every year there's a problem with road match in terms of coming out late. People don't even know what the road match tune is. So we want to give the bands incentives to come out early, release their road match songs early, because this year we are basically doubling the road match winnings, right? Because we want to ensure that you know, the road march is the key to our carnival. You know, when you hear that road march song, you think of St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival down the road. So that's where we are as of today. And as I said, the 30 private events plus all of the core National Carnival events, the Talented Teen and Junior Calypso competition are back. That, of course, was missing over the past 2 years. And we have the swimwear competition, the National Carnival Queen pageant, the Senior Monarch Calypso competition. We have the return of the Runway Challenge, which was very popular last year, and we want to build on that.
Okay.
And we have the In the Spirit of Christmas again, and that returns downtown Bastille. Over the past 2 years, the Department of Culture has had to relocate the event to the Antioch Baptist Church because of COVID and restrictions, etc. That event returns downtown to the circus. So we really are looking forward to having a full 1 month, 30 days of celebrations for National Carnival.
I'm just tired listening to this. Like.
And you know, I'm already tired. I am already tired planning. But we have 3 months to go and we have to do it. So we're really looking forward to.
Because I'm sure even things like registration has already been open. Has that been closed for most of the?
Yeah. So registration closed on the 12th of September. We have over 90 vendors registered, and we know that vending is not allowed at the moment downtown Bastille. So we have met with the Ministry of Sustainable Development and Planning already to work out how best we could accommodate vendors downtown Bastille during the National Carnival activities, because there's no carnival without vendors. We have to have all stakeholders involved in order to ensure that this is the best carnival ever. So we're going to continue our discussions with sustainable development to ensure that all of our stakeholders, of our vendors, have a spot, taking into consideration traffic lights, traffic restrictions, etc. But we will work diligently to ensure that the vendors have a space downtown, registered vendors have a space downtown Bastille.
Nice.
When I'm pretty sure the question on people's mind is, when are we going to launch our National Carnival?
So the schedule, we've released the dates. We've released the dates the 2nd of December, to the 3rd of January. However, in terms of the calendar launch date, that is going to take place on the 3rd of October. We're going to release the calendar in a press briefing. So from the 3rd of October, everyone will be aware of what activities. You're going to be able to scroll through the calendar. You're going to be able to determine which activities you're going to attend, circle it, Jade, highlight it. You know, we have the return of Cooler Fete, and Cooler Fete is a big staple on the National Carnival calendar. We have the Inception team returning, doing various events during the National Carnival calendar.
We have Top Off
Brunch. No, Top Off Brunch. Absolutely. Top Off Brunch returns. We have a number of boat rides. We have had interest from regional promoters to come in, but of course we are making sure that all of our local promoters have a chance to select their date. Some events, we have 2 and 3 and 4 events on the same day. We have the return of DJ Tero with his Silent Night. He has released that already. And then we have, of course, some newcomers, and we really are looking forward to supporting those newcomers. We want to ensure that every event, private event, is successful over Carnival. We've seen it in Music Festival. We've seen that from Monday to Friday or Monday to Sunday, every day of that week, there were events. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go out on a Friday or Saturday to enjoy an event. You have events every day of the week over that 30-day period for National Carnival.
And I really love that, because it's not only catering for us, because sometimes people feel like National Carnival is just for the people that live here, not taking into consideration the amount of people flying in to enjoy the carnival.
Yes.
They want to be able to do things during the periods.
Of course, and it's the trickle-down effect, and it is the trickle-down effect what is so important, and our Honorable Minister Samal Duggins understands the importance of this whole trickle-down effect. And it's the hairdressers, it's the makeup artists, it's the stores. taxi drivers. Everybody is affected by National Carnival. It's not a 3-day celebration like St. Kitts Music Festival. This is a 30-day celebration. It's a lot more that goes into it. It's a lot more trickle down, and we need to focus much more on it. And that is why I'm so happy that the Tourism Authority has come on board in terms of assisting us in marketing the National Carnival.
I honestly think this was something that should have been done ages ago because it is a tourism product.
Absolutely. And I've been saying it for the past 2 years, Jade. I've been saying it from the very beginning. Our carnival should not be, the promotion of our carnival by the Tourism Authority should never be just a paragraph in a visitor magazine. It should be an intense exercise whereby it's a collaborative effort for both entities to promote National Carnival regionally, locally, and internationally.
Well,
so that's what it's going to be.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I know for a fact, even before COVID came and just took the fun away, that we had really begun kind of cementing our festival as one of the premier festivals in the Leeward Islands. People were looking forward to it. People had begun to fly in and things. So I know the return now is exciting for not only us here, but for people all across the Caribbean.
Absolutely. We've had private event promoters. We've had the Grand Parade troops over the last 2 years prior to COVID, flying in influencers, international DJs, making their mark on the international scene. We see this year with the launch of Lux. They have 2 sections produced by regional bands. They have a Freak Mass section and a Crave, and these sections are sections that are produced by some of the top regional and international bands that revelers follow. So this is what we're looking forward to. This is not just a local event. We want individuals to be able to fly in and have an amazing experience, have a full 2-week power week, so they can fly in either the week before Juve, they can fly in the week after Juve, they can fly in from Christmas Day to New Year's and celebrate a full 14 days or 7 days if their schedules permit, to really celebrate with us at the end of the year. And this is what we intend to do. This is what we intend to produce over the next few months.
I'm so excited, even though it's going to be one tiring experience.
It's going to be a tiring experience, but we have 3 months to do it, and we will do it, and we will execute, we will produce it, and we'll look back at it and say, wow, National Carnival, they said they would do it, and we did it. So we're really looking forward to the support of all of our stakeholders, and we're really thankful for not only the executive, who are all volunteers, but also our subcommittee members, who it's a voluntary duty, right? So we're really excited and thankful for individuals who have taken on the responsibility voluntarily to serve on the executive of the National Carnival Committee, as well as subcommittees, all of the volunteers, stakeholders, vendors, private event promoters, folklore troops. It's a collaborative effort that everyone, all stakeholders, make Carnival what it is.
Yeah, I really hope when it comes to the tourism side that they are able to, is it tourism?
Tourism Authority, yes.
Tourism Authority. Yes, they are able to help with the pricing of airlines, because we know the airlines tend to want to make the tickets as high as possible during these times because they see that people are trying to come. And I hope that they are able to strike a balance which would help more people to be able to come home and experience what we have here as a carnival product.
Absolutely. I think that it is important. Unfortunately, really we look like we're stuck in a chokehold in terms of pricing. I've seen people post pricing of airline tickets over the season, over $1,000 US return from New York or Miami, and it really is ridiculous. How do we offer an experience when people are unable to come home and enjoy it due to high costs of travel? But hopefully, hopefully the authorities are able to discuss and negotiate, and I think it all boils down to the limited offering in terms of airline and air travel that really accesses St. Kitts at the moment. However, for those who can come, we're inviting you, and for those, we will still have you'll still have the opportunity to view some of our shows virtually. The intention is to ensure that as many people as possible come out and enjoy the celebrations with us now that, our COVID-19 protocols have been dropped, and we really have the opportunity to be live and lively and showcase what we really can offer the world by or through St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival. But we're inviting everyone to come out. Our calendar will be launched on the 3rd of October. You'll be able to see a cross-section of activities. It's not only activities for fetters, but as I said, activities for cross-section. And we're really looking forward to more and more individuals partnering with us. Sponsorship. Of course, sponsorship has always been a challenge, and we're looking forward to our corporate sponsors coming on board with us this year to have the best National Carnival calendar or National Carnival in recent history.
Yeah, I know that and for the corporate community out there, you don't want to be on the sidelines looking on.
No. And say I shoulda, woulda,
You
coulda.
shoulda, woulda, coulda. Jump on board now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have had very positive feedback from corporate partners, new sponsors coming on board wanting to be part of the experience for this year, having seen what we've done over the past 2 years, and they may not have been involved over the past 2 years, but wanting to come on board this year. And we welcome all. We want to make sure that we have our bases covered. We want to make sure that all stakeholders have the opportunity to participate in National Carnival. Our slogan for this year is Celebrate as One for Sugar Mass 51, and it encapsulates exactly what we intend to do for this year's National Carnival.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to go on for a rant one of these days on these sponsors, But
Today.
Not today.
We here to celebrate.
Not today. We are only good news right now,
yeah,
okay?
I am off all the negativity that Jade tried to put on me this morning. I am Zen Bailey right now. Very excited about Carnival, Jade. Don't try it.
No, that's fine. Nothing. I agree.
Oh man, but for people looking on and now excited about what is to come, what are some of the ways like you would suggest people just kind of keep up with what's happening with Carnival, following what's going on, and ways they could contribute?
So all of our social media pages, our National Carnival Facebook, Instagram, our website, all are active at the moment. So all up-to-date news, press releases, etc. You will be able to see what is going on by relating to National Carnival on any of these media platforms. We are about to launch our media campaign, so all radio stations, in terms of having the opportunity, whether it's advertisements, me coming on and banging my mouth, anything. We will always keep the general public updated as to where we are in our planning. And of course, when the National Carnival calendar is launched, then we will go full speed ahead in terms of the marketing and promotion for Carnival, for Sugar Mass 51.
Awesome. You guys go. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, be a part of what's going on as we all try to build anticipation for what is promised to be one of the best carnivals ever.
And as you said, Azem, you saw just a small indication of how people are excited about street activities this past weekend in Newtown. Downtown was like Carnival.
Yeah.
Downtown was like Carnival. People wanted that opportunity to come downtown, mingle and mix without any restrictions, enjoy the music. So we really are looking forward to that same type of energy for the next 3 months, over the next 3 months, as we build the anticipation for Sugar Mass 51.
Yeah, and just you keep saying this 3 months. I know what I mean, Jade. That mean they wait until December 2nd to start the things. Things are happening.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
It's from now till January.
Pace.
Well, Jade.
Bye.
I know when you get the calendar, you just circle the whole thing. Just make one big circle.
Yeah. And I know Jade is a Carnival baby, and I know Jade is involved in many of the promotion for many of the private events. So, Jade, get your Sugar Mass body ready. Take your vitamins. Take your vitamin C, your B complex.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Exercise.
I am ready.
Yes. Okay,
I
drink
am
lots
ready.
of water, mind your business,
Yeah,
and you're good to go.
My only thought process right now is how to make sure all of the events, the carnival that I am involved in, is the best.
But there will be.
Of course.
All events will be the best.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Once it's on our official national carnival calendar, they will be the best.
Vibes.
Got to see when I could fit in some partying for myself because doing my events ain't partying for me. That's
Jade,
work.
yeah, that's not true because I see you. You
You see me
understand
when?
that?
Thank you very
Anytime
much.
you see an event, Jade, she got her little table, she drinking, you know,
Don't
she have her
study,
bottle
Jade.
service. Jade, what you
She'd have
ready
come in
say,
here and tried
girl?
to paint this picture
Yeah,
like she'd just
Jade,
be working.
hush.
Like she'd just be working.
Jade, hush, hush.
Yeah, you'd be working.
Wow, bye. This why I come like
You
I
know-
plan to get up on me to death. I'm gonna be quiet.
Working prior to,
Should be working.
but not on the day of.
Who?
Or night of.
Miss,
Who?
you just work up.
Cool effects.
You just work up. Work up.
The only problem, but maybe I mean top off. I could get a little, my time at top off, but cool effect and stuff. Work with. I mean, party with.
But Jade, we're really looking forward to the return of Cooler Fete, and we expect
Trust
big
me.
things from Cane Juice and your team for December
We're ready,
23rd.
man. We getting,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really expecting big things, and we're looking forward to the launch. We're looking forward because Cooler Fete always builds the excitement because we always get that save the date and one or two artists pop up and people are like, yeah. You know, so we're really looking forward to you guys publishing that save the date coming soon. Yeah, with the one or two artists. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to all promoters because as a matter of fact, we had a meeting last evening with event promoters and that was what was discussed. We said, guys, this is your opportunity to issue your save the dates, publish your save the dates, release your early bird tickets. You know, don't wait until December to 2 weeks before your event to say, yes, you're having an event and expect it to be successful. This is the time that people are looking forward to, going online or into the stores downtown, buying their clothes, preparing themselves. This is what,
you're doing this.
of course, people need to know what they're
months.
doing. So prepare your save the dates, publish your lineup. This is the time to do it. It's not too early. Fall back on the National Carnival Committee in terms of support and how we could assist with your marketing in terms of promoting, posting, sharing, because we're all in this together. We're not in no competition.
Exactly.
You look well, we look better.
Yeah,
You do your event. The more events on our calendar, the more events that are successful, the better the National Carnival Committee or the better National Carnival in itself looks. So we're really looking forward to the private promoters coming on board, showing full support as they have it with over 30 events listed on our Carnival calendar for 31 days in December. And we expect more events.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Right? So there may not be official private events that are listed, but of course there are going to be more events.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you see, Top Off already put out. I already make sure I do up my post up, put it
Yeah,
out.
I've seen Top Off. I've seen Activate Boat Ride. I've seen Overdose.
Terror.
I've seen DJ Terror. I've seen
Some of us out
so
the
many.
gate, man. Some of us out the gate already.
Yeah, definitely. And this is what builds the excitement. I'm really, really excited and looking forward to big and better things.
People ready. People ready.
At the moment, I got to join you in the gym, bye.
No, you gotta work on your sugar mass body, yeah. I don't work in on mine. I see an ab yesterday.
Oh, what?
I see an ab yesterday.
Progress.
Good.
I mean, it was one big ab.
That's
but
good.
But
That's
it
better
just
than
starts,
zero.
it just starts. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
So you're going to be in the weather with your shut off?
Let's not get carried away.
Join a troop. We're encouraging people, join a troop. It's 11 troops, 14 Juve troops. We have children's parade. Join a troop. Support the troops, the Juve the Juve and parade troops. Support them. They're doing a lot of work. They've already started work. Prototypes. You're seeing the release of themes. So much has to be done behind the scenes for these troops to come out on the road. Support them. We have 100% local troops this year, with if for instance, DFX. We have Lux, we have the return of Ultra. We have Fun Vibes. Support your troop. We have Naughty Mass, which is a new troop. So support Bold Force, new again for youth. Support the troops. Support the Juve troops.
I think they will, man. I feel like people have been missing so much.
Absolutely.
That it's no question that they will be there. They will show up in the numbers and they will give their full support to all of the
Full
troops.
support of the troops, full support of the bands, full support of the private event promoters this year.
It's going to be such a busy season, boy.
Busy season.
Well.
Yeah. And of course, not a little bit, but of course we can't forget the folklore, the traditional part and the traditional aspects of what Carnival started and what people enjoy about St. Kitts-Nevis Carnival is that we still have the traditional element in terms of folklore, etc. So join a clown troupe, support the Juvan parade troops, support the private event promoters. They're looking forward to your support. We see so much negativity sometimes.
Yep.
As it relates to any of these individuals who it's not an easy task. Jade, you know that to put on an event is not an easy task. There's so many upfront costs and behind the scenes issues that we don't understand fully.
Right.
But, just give your support. That's all we're asking for.
Yes.
Well, Shannon, thank you so much for hitting us up and coming to brighten our day.
Good. I hope I did. And please don't go back to no morbid talk when I leave
well,
here.
This shall finish.
Okay,
Good. This was the best note we could finish on.
Good. I'm happy that I brought good news.
Oh, my gosh. Lifesaver.
See, I didn't even realize that's how I set up the show.
Okay.
Watch it. I thank you, Shannon. And Shannon come save your life.
Lifesaver.
You're saving the lives of the nation right now, Shannon.
Life God.
The national, you might be one of the national heroes upcoming.
Well, all stakeholders. Not me.
But thank you so much again for coming.
Well, thank you guys, and I will be back, of course, when we update the National Carnival calendar. I will be back, and we will invite our stakeholders to join us. And we look forward to continuing our partnership with WinFM. We're really appreciative of the work that you do. We're really appreciative of you guys at Island Tea, and we really look forward to you supporting us over the next coming 3 months as we prepare for Sugar Mass 51.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Shannon.
You're welcome.
Vijay, that was good.
Yeah, man.
I feel light.
I'm telling you.
I feel good.
Like you just got shot in of espresso.
I'm telling you.
Oh.
I don't even have to go to the coffee shop now.
No.
I'm good.
Yeah.
But guys, we gotta leave. We gotta go. We gotta send back. Okay. We gotta disappear in the words of His Excellency, Sir Mr. World.
But Mr.
But guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys, and we appreciate you guys hanging out. Those of you who jumped over from the radio and came and logged on the digital media platforms, big up yourself. Don't feel bad. You could stick around.
Yeah, actually, there was an announcement from Skelec.
Oh, we'll tell the people quick.
And it says Skelec wishes to advise that there is an emergency outage affecting the Keon feeder, Sandy Point feeder, Barefoots feeder, Industrial Site feeder, Frigate Bay feeder, and Southeast Peninsula feeder.
Anyway, not getting affected right now?
Make sure. The complete restoration is estimated for 10 a.m.
Okay, so it should be back
yeah, man, you should be
now.
back
If it's
up
not
and
back.
running.
Yeah, and I didn't say this, but I also want to big up the hard working guys at Skelec, particularly the road crew. All during the storm. Them man. Let me tell y'all something. You see these people, when you home wrap up, you got an half day. These people out in the wind, the rain, up on some lampposts, touching wires that who knows what in it.
Mega find out.
Jade, I would not want to be outdoors in them conditions. So for those who do, big up yourself one time, guys. I hope that the pair are good.
Bye. I feel so, man.
Yeah, big up to all the people at Skelec. That's why we don't give you too much trouble now. We know y'all working.
I can't cuss Skelec at all. That would be awful.
Y'all had a little problem for a little 2 hours. Big up yourself. Y'all keep it on during this time for the most part.
Man. Never let
get a little touch. Never get a little touch over there.
Yes, and we also have to send condolences to the family and friends.
This is a real thing, Jade?
Yes.
I see it last night. This real?
Yes, friend. Yes.
Jade, we're trying to stay happy to. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, wait. I should have said it.
No, but we already started.
Yes, we have to send condolences to the family and friends of Cecil Rock on his passing, also known as Rockefeller. Rock was a well-known businessman and calypsonian. May his soul rest in peace. Bye.
Wow.
The legends, man. We're losing legends.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I see somebody had it up last night, and I was like, I feel like this is the third time after they pop this. I said maybe it's a song come out or something. I didn't know what was going on. I just didn't want to believe that was the case. But unfortunate news today. But for his family and loved ones, condolences. Condolences. But guys, please remember to learn from the losses of others. Of course, guys. Spend more time living your content than posting it up and down the place.
BC, what happened? We had 20 stories today about people.
People are doing too much.
Doing too much. Doing too much.
And guys, please remember, you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. See you guys tomorrow.